To be the best, you got to beat the best, and you ain't beat me yet. I started this in 1986 to end the war on drugs, N62528. I'm the king of talking shit, and I can back it up. Remember that. I reinvented myself. It was Shorty's Underground Ribs. I established that in 1997. In 2011, I started Shorty's Bootleg Barbecue. So good I'm illegal. That's President Biden. President Obama asked for an investigation in 2008. I was kidnapped by the state because I was making a documentary about race and racism. The war on drugs, the 1986 crime bill. You signed off on it. That's me, 1997, the first dollar I made. I changed my product, I didn't change my hustle. And these are the supporters of Shorty's. These are the supporters of Shorty's. That's the Constitution, all right? And it's supposed to apply to all Americans. That's the Constitution. That's Senator Ben Cardin's office that signed off on that. They gave me that. That's Kwesi and Fumi and President Obama. Obama asked for an investigation in 2008. This is 2006. It's making a movie about Baltimore. It's called Get Shorty. Get Shorty. Governor O'Malley approved it. This is 2009. That's me, 1402 Lochner. I was kidnapped. That's President Obama. Like I said, I was kidnapped. And you got the evidence. That's Jeff Majors, 92Q, Larry Young. Shorty, pull your mask up. No, Shorty's gonna unmask Baltimore. This is Kamala Harris. This is your vice president. This is the NAACP, Kobe Little. All right? And it's about your prison industry. He spoke at the Palestinian March yesterday, but didn't open his mouth about me. These are the supporters of Shorty's. These are the people that support me. All right? That's my constitutional right to address grievances against our government. Shorty, pull your mask up? No. Shorty's going to unmask Baltimore. That's the Maryland Black Caucus. That's the Department of Justice. That's my Department of Justice ID number. And that's President Barack Obama. That's the States Attorney's Office. All right? That's Mayor Brandon Scott. He got this. And that's Chief Justice Mary Barbera. And that's Chief Justice Mary Barbera. You talking about the murder and the death of our kids. This is my son. This is from 2006. All right? 2006. So I'm getting ready to break y'all down. It's Brandon Scott and Jack Young. That's Brandon Scott. So you go to Brandon Scott today and get the booklet. We're going to end this corruption. You get the booklet from Brandon Scott, and we're going to bring a federal investigation in the Baltimore City and Baltimore County courts. That's Judge Pearson. That's Eric Holder, Department of Justice. And that's Judge Turnbull. 92Q? Yeah, that's Tim Watts. Yeah, Quiet Storm. That's Senator Broshin. And that's Senator Cardins. And that's Judge Bell. I was kidnapped and I was making a movie. The ACLU got it. Terry Owens got it. Judge Boris got it. Governor Quinn. Senator Cardins. Cummings. Mikulski. Yeah. I was making a movie about Baltimore. This is the show I was making a movie. You see that date? That's my daughter. I'm a father to my children. Yours, mine, and ours. I got 6 kids by 6 different women in 4 different states. I take care of yours, mine, and ours. I applied for Martin Luther King's job. And I gave you that Jesus trick. I fed the multitude. And that's President Donald Trump. That's Tim Williams from WJZ. And this is the community. These are black men in the community. Yeah. Y'all want to lock them up and incarcerate them. Education instead of incarceration. But in this story, that man and that man stole from their father. Like I said, this is a movie. It's the Baltimore Ravens. That's Ozzie Newsome. That's Ed Mulatullo. And these are the supporters of Shorty's. That's Senator Kelly. Senator Kelly knows that I was making this movie. All right? And the movie's about the prison industry. Yeah, we're going to unfold Baltimore in such a way. That's President Biden. Because like I said, President Biden got this. President Biden got this and he's been silent. Silence is consent. We talk about race and racism in 2021. And it's your job to protect me. That's Joe Biden. That's Senator Kelly. Racism don't work without black cooperation. I'm not cooperating. I'm outing racism in the Democratic Party. And these are the supporters of Shorty's. That's Vicki Lawrence. That's Mary Wells from the Supreme. And that's Shorty's Barbecue. That's Ray Lewis. We talking about racism. And Ray Lewis standing behind me on that one. These are the supporters of Shorty's. That's CNN. And I'm going to show you the role that the media plays in misinformation. That's Eric Holder, Department of Justice. That's Vanessa Attenberry. Vanessa Attenberry, Adrian Jones, Corey McCrae, Nick Mosby, Sid Noor, the Maryland Black Caucus. Y'all got evidence of my innocence and y'all won't open your mouth. Y'all protecting white supremacy in the Democratic Party. Like Martin Luther King did in the Letters from a Birmingham Jail. The haves versus the have-nots. That's what it is. So Adrian Jones, President Biden, President Trump, President Obama, let's end this war on drugs. Let's stop this mass incarceration of the black community. Let's stop the criminalization of poverty. That's Shorty, and this is my program. I gave you social skills. I gave you economics, political, medical, environmental, and members needed. I gave you careers, not jobs. And you've been shielding this. I've been doing this since 1997. Yeah, 1997. I was kidnapped from my family. That's my brother, William Lewis Davis. He's a postal inspector. He protects the president. He told me what to do. That's Mike Tyson. He said, knock you out. That's my grandmother. That's my grandmother and my mother. On February the 2nd, 2011, my mother died from cancer. You kidnapped me from my family and I didn't get to attend my mother's funeral. This is me in the 80s. I used to be a drug dealer. I used to be a pimp. I used to be a lot of things. But I put my guns and my drugs down because y'all set up a criminal enterprise for slavery. I was making a movie about y'all. GOP Carter and the Maryland Black Caucus. I was making a movie about y'all. It's called A Can of Whoop Ass. And I'm getting ready to whoop y'all's ass. That's T.J. Smith. He's a witness. He has evidence and knowledge of criminal activity in the Democratic Party. And he won't open his mouth. They paid him to run for office. They paid him. That's Mr. Smith. He just came back from Afghanistan. Yeah, protecting those poppy fields. Those are opioids. That's Judge Bell. Yeah. We talking about I Am Dred Scott. And that's the Minority Report. Yeah. That's the Minority Report. And we're going to report about what's going on. Within the penitentiary, blacks have created an extension of the ghetto. This right here is what's going on right now. It's your black reality. Your black reality. I'm not going to protect black people from the police. And you're not. You're not going to do low-level drug cases, but you're going to try to slam them on the other end. Yeah. We traded the penitentiary for the plantation, cotton for cocaine, and we the cash crop. And you selling black people into slavery. Like I said, I got everything written down. Shorty, pull your mask up? No. We're going to unmask Baltimore. Kathleen Hughes, Roland Martin, Larry Young, Al Sharpton. Since Martin Luther King died, y'all ain't been leading our black community in nothing but circles. Y'all been getting paid to keep us oppressed. In 2021, the oppression is stopping. We're going to break the chains of oppression. Social justice for social change. Kathleen Hughes, Larry Young, TB1, 92Q, Shorty pull your mask up? No, Shorty's going to unmask Baltimore. And you know what I'm talking about. I'm a member of Out for Justice. When we talk about voter suppression by the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, these is my kids. These are the kids I work for in Baltimore. And that's Best the Book Bus. We giving out over 500,000 books to Baltimore, and nobody said nothing. I've been doing this for over 10 years. I'm an activist. I'm not a terrorist. I serve Baltimore, but Baltimore don't want to acknowledge that fact. I put toilets up because the toilet don't care if you black, white, straight, or gay. A toilet take your shit every day. Homelessness and mass incarceration. And I've been to Annapolis. I've been to D.C. I've been everywhere. You see that? That's Shorty. That's Shorty's. That's Letters Design, a movie I was making. That's one of 14 movies. That's my lawyer, Mr. Bailey, and my lawyer, Karen Levy. And that's Governor Hogan. We're going to show you how Governor Hogan been shielding this. I am Dred Scott. I'm a free man in one state and a slave in another. I am Dred Scott, 2010. I gave y'all that information, and ABC 2 News had it. Ricky Spector had it. Letters Design is a movie, and that's my movie release. That's Brian Frost. That's Brian Frost. You see that? Jake Davis, reference number. That's Bank of America. And y'all got banking violations by Bank of America. That's a forged check. I was locked up in another state. This is the email that explains it all. John Cardins, the FBI, Larry Leather, CNN. You see that? And see the date? Shellenberger should have did this in 2008. A federal and state violations by Bank of America, SunTrust Bank, James Hammond, conspired to defraud the government. You see that? And that's received. Brian Frost got that. That's the Maryland Comptroller, 2017. If you suspect tax fraud regarding your federal tax returns, it's your responsibility to contact the Internal Revenue Service, the Federal Trade Commission, the Credit Bureau, and the Police Department. I contacted the Police Department and I contacted you. You've been knowing about this corruption and fraud since you were Senator Ben Frost. You've been shielding this corruption. You're using your office to do it. That's consumer protection fraud. That's your job, to protect my property. That's Governor O'Malley right here. You see that? Quiet farm jarred by meth. Yeah, that's Governor O'Malley. And that's my store on Falls Road. Employees spend summer sweating to pay the bills. Jake ain't nothing but an employee. He ain't never been nothing but an employee. Jake Davis, James Hammond, Brother Insurance, Bank of America, SunTrust Bank, Duran Battle, Michael Coombs, Dwayne Gerald Davis Jr., and Darlene Davis have conspired to steal my property. I am Dred Scott. I'm a free man. I own my property. So we're going to take this to court because these are the supporters of Shorty's. These people support me. These people support me. So I'm going to get a jury of 12. And you're going to have to do your job, a jury of 12, to give me my freedom. Federal and state audit. A federal and state audit going to send you to jail. Federal and state audit. Leaders of a beautiful struggle. That's Ivan Bates. And that's the Baltimore Sun. And all three of y'all know about this situation. We're talking about ending the war on drugs to stop the violence. The criminalization of poverty. Yeah. We're talking about the money y'all make off the war on drugs. Y'all make a lot of money because y'all been getting paid a lot. Not to say end the war on drugs. Leaders of a beautiful struggle, what direction are you leading us in? Ivan Bates. Y'all blew the whistle on Mayor Pugh. Well, I'm blowing the whistle on the Democratic Party. Silence is consent. Shorty, pull your mask up. I got my mask on, and I'm going to pull your mask off. That's Kirk Smoke. Like I said, I'm making a movie about Baltimore, and this is Baltimore. Kirk Smoke was the mayor. Brandon Scott's the mayor. Yeah, To be the best, you got to beat the best, and you ain't beat me yet. That's the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution, the right of people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. The warrant shall not be issued, but upon probable cause, supported by an oath of affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons and things to be seized. Congressman Cummings got a legacy of lies. Congressman Cummings been selling the black community out since he sat in office. You feel me? Because part of that evidence that I had was about Congressman Cummings. It was about our black leadership in Baltimore. Self-serving demigods selling out the black community. 48 powers of law. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Dog, y'all are not my friends. Y'all been knowing about this since 2006. Y'all want to protect white supremacy in the Democratic Party? Damn, a family that's still together can go to jail together. You got 52 members of the Democratic Party that participated in my kidnapping. Congressman Cummings was one of them. He ain't here no more. But Jack is, Brandon is, Kwaisi is, and I am too. I'm a father to my kids. Yours, mine, and ours. I take care of mine. You feel me? A black father. That's the visitor's office for the States Attorney's Office. 2015. That's the Internal Affairs, your police department. That's Councilman Branch. That's Richard McFeely, the FBI. And that's Mr. Dugan. All right? And that's Kai Jackson. Because I'm showing you the role that Fox plays in misinformation. This is going to be submitted to the FCC for FCC violations. Because you knowingly participated in this fraud. You was working with WJZ when this happened. You did the first story on me, Hard Look. Yeah. You, Mary Mubala, Vic Carter. Yeah. That's Commissioner Davis. You protecting this corruption in Baltimore with your police department. County Executive, Johnny Oleski, Chief Hyatt. I'm tying all of y'all together. That's me in Dutch Village. That's President Trump. And that's my mail receipt. I'm a whistleblower. I'm a whistleblower on Baltimore, blowing the whistle. And you got the whistleblower's application. You got evidence and knowledge of criminal behavior by the Democratic Party. You're here to shield the corruption. You're not here to make Baltimore safe. That's your job. And you're going to go to jail. Do your job or lose your job. I told you that face to face, not just on Facebook. That's my evidence. Go to the State's Attorney's Office and get it. You done had it since 2015. That's Marilyn Mosby. And that's criminal charges for Scott Shellenberger, 2011. And these are the people that know about it. Social media for social change. And I put all your names out here. You see that? Johnny Oleski. You see that? Jane Weibel. You see that? These are your public and elected officials that are shielding the corruption. So let's do what we do. I was kidnapped by the state because I was making a movie. And these elected officials permitted it. Adrian Jones permitted it. Sitnor permitted it. These are the elected officials that protect white supremacy in Baltimore. These are the white people that supported me, that wanted to free me. Free Shorty, let me go. See that email? 2009. Michael Bush, the Maryland Black Caucus, Tony Bridges, Thelma Branch, Falls Road, Cockeysville, Maryland. Dear Gov.O'Malley, get Shorty. Yeah, you got Shorty. You got more Shorty than you can stand. What's the color of justice? Well, this the color of justice. That officer right there was a bird dog. Everywhere I went, he went. He used to he was the overseer for the gun task force. Y'all permitted a lot of murders to go unsolved, and he participated in that. Like I said, this is crime and justice, and that's a booking card. And it ain't just going to be me in 2021. Save a cop in the war on drugs. Yeah, that's what it said. And that's Neil Franklin, FBI agent Neil Franklin, in the war on drugs. That's evidence. Racism in the judicial system. That's Judge Boris, ABC, CBS, Fox 45, and CNN. That's Ed Norris. 2004, guilty. You see that? And we talking about racism. Hispanics for justice. Y'all kidnapped me from my family. Y'all stole me from my family. And this is evidence for federal investigation. This is evidence that you have in your possession. This is evidence that I've been doing since 2006. And the Baltimore Sun got it. That's Governor Hogan. You see that? That's Kiefer Mitchell, 2019. Al Redmer. Bundy. Pam Woods. Dear Governor Hogan, about the 2017 Christmas party. All right? And that's Governor Hogan and that toilet. And y'all made me famous for toilets, so we're going to run with that. This movie's about Governor Hogan, Governor O'Malley, and the money you make off black bodies. This movie's about Obama, Biden, Kamala Harris. This movie's about racism, false imprisonment for filming a documentary. This movie's about letters designed. It's a ghetto Da Vinci Code. Rob Fix is my producer. All right. You see that? Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown, Congressman Cummings, Michael Waller. See that? Magnolia Pictures. Donna Edwards, The Great Race Debate. Yeah, The Great Race Debate, July 2009. That's the Maryland Office of Minority Affairs. That's me while I was in the Baltimore County Detention Center. My lawyer participated in fraud. Enclosed, you will find a correspondence to forward to your office last year. The material, along with the letter to the Department of Justice, all right, came with your letter and request to provide for review. Also, a letter containing the DVD. Yeah, that DVD was never played in front of the grand jury. That DVD is about a federal investigation into my kidnapping. That DVD is going to send a lot of people to jail. That DVD is about Obama when Obama asked for an investigation. That DVD is about Obama when I was kidnapped from my home. President Obama, Quasi Mfume, 1402 Lochner, Get Shorty. That's a letter. Letters designed. It's a movie. Shorty, pull your mask up. No, Shorty's on mask in Baltimore. And that's Brandon Scott. And that's certified mail. So go to Brandon Scott today and get all the evidence. Get all the information. We're going to unmask Baltimore. We're going to end this cycle of corruption in 2021. I don't get no justice. You ain't going to get no peace. Brandon Scott is participating in fraud, a federal and state audit. And we're going to tear this machine down. Shorty, pull your mask up. You got to pay me for that. I didn't authorize you to use my name for promotions. I own Shorty's. All parts of Shorty's.